All right, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house, and today I have a beautiful piece here. This is the Civivi Rustic Gent with Micarta handles and Damascus blade. And we're gonna have a look at the visual aspect, auditory aspect, and kinesthetic aspect of this knife. So basically how it looks, how it sounds, and how it feels. All right, let's get started. So first of all, because I was born in Italy, this guy here reminds me like a gondola, 100%. See, that's the shape of a classic boat you see in Venice, and this is what resembles to me this shape. These sweeping lines are really, really gentle, really soft and nice. I like them a lot. Another thing that I appreciate is the fact that they used micarta with carbon fiber for the bolsters. And as you can see, the transition is kind of like seamless. It's almost fading. One material is almost fading into each other. So it's very nice. The screws here are unobtrusive to me. I mean, they don't take away too much from the design, as well as the cutout for the lockback release here is just harmoniously placed in the design of this blade. So nothing wrong with that. If you check the carbon fiber, it's made of a good quality carbon fiber because you don't see like voids, so it's a good quality. A little bit less than micarta because it's a little bit fuzzy. I don't know if you can appreciate, but there is a little bit of fuzziness in the texture of this scale, which are quite visible in some points. I don't know if you can see, like here, kind of like spilling out. You see here, just very minor detail, but overall pretty good. Really cool feature, hidden lanyard hole, just integrated beautifully at the end right here. It's a pretty nice touch. When you open the blade, the knife presents itself in its beauty. Here you go. So you notice like the Bowie shaped blade, which makes like a astounding slicer. For food preparation, this is just incredible. Really thin behind the edge, so pretty good slicer. The Damascus pattern is welded with a low contrast, I would say. Looking good, but not like high contrast as I saw in other blades. You have a beautiful nail nick here slash fuller, which helps you, in opening the blade. Really nice look. The fuller, as you can see, just intersects this wedge right here, and it's placed really beautifully. I think you can appreciate the crowning of the blade on the top here, as well as really nice sharpening choil they put there, so you're not gonna have any issues in sharpening this knife. So overall, a really well thought design for the blade. I really like it. So of course the pivot has the logo right here and just a regular Torx bit in the back. So it's not too much distracting or too much obtrusive, I guess. So I don't mind this one. And overall, very simple design, very simple lines. As you can see, you have the usual yin and yang wavy line over here. The Bowie, of course, it's made of two lines and just this beautiful harmonious line going up to the back right here. Very well balanced and very well designed. So pretty excellent overall. Let's hear some sound. This is a knife which has very little sound. Hear this. When you open the knife, it's nothing. As long as you hold the blade in place and you don't release it up to the half spot, you're gonna have no sound. When you deploy completely the blade, you're gonna hear this. So really snappy and solid sound when you lock the blade in place. Very firm and decisive sound. It gives you confidence. You know the blade is locked. You have a audio feedback that it's reassuring. So this is a huge plus for me, and I really like the fact that they engineered a lock back into this one. The half stop here makes some sounds. Like if you release the blade, that's the sound it makes. Very gentle, very subtle, and nothing, compared to the solid sound that it makes when you lock the blade. And when you go back and you close the blade, this is the sound it makes when you just release the blade and you don't gently let the blade sit and you just release it like from far, let's say. This is the sound it makes. It's really peculiar. It's like two marbles hitting each other, and it's a little bit dampened. So very nice. Release almost silent, solid lock, silent return, and dampened closing action. So very nice sounds associated with the action of this blade. All right, let's have a look at some feelings. Let's feel this blade. So when you hold it in your hand, it just feels comfortable. There's no hot spots whatsoever anywhere. All these lines are pretty well chamfered, these edges, sorry. And it gives a nice feel in the hand. Being a smaller knife, this is ideal for people with smaller hands, and also ideal for like precision cuts, because being so light, you have lots of control over this blade. And this is really suitable for like small carvings, precision cuts. So it's a pretty good companion for those kind of tasks. If you check the micarta, beside the look, the feel that you will get holding this knife in your hands, it's like a warm, kind of like a warm touch. It's the texture being fuzzy gives like kind of like a soft touch, a soft feel to the touch, at the same time being warm. So it's incredible. It's very strange. Usually micarta is not this warm. This is I think something special. So I really like this one. The fit and finish, as you can see here and here, you can appreciate visually that there's like a seam here. It's not completely seamless, but to the touch, they did a pretty good job, especially considering the price of this blade. There are similar priced knives with, I have to say, less fit and finish amazingness, let's say. So I was pleasantly surprised in feeling this transition between the carbon fiber and the micarta. So very nice, very nice. Another thing that needs to be mentioned is that there's no jimping here. So, but being the blade like this small, you won't risk like to slip or anything, because you have lots of control in this one, being lightweight and small in size. So you have 100% full control over this one. A really nice feature on this one is, of course, the lock back. This is something really useful, and it's a safety feature, so you know that this knife would never close down on you. The spring is quite strong, it's reliable. There's no, when you release the spring, there's no blade drop falling shut, because this is running on washers. Probably they use like a thick grease to lubricate the action, so there's no, you see, the blade doesn't fall, but it's very smooth in the movement, completely silent, very smooth. Overall, really well designed blade. You can also open with one hand, but you need two hands to close the knife. So truly a gentleman's knife. You can discreetly deploy it with one hand. It's not gonna make any frightening noise, and you're gonna need two hands just to close the blade and put it inside of the pocket of your nice suit. All right, there you have it. This is my review of the Civivi Rustic Gent. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.